So, do you guys ever wake up in the morning and think to yourself, man, what would I love to have happen today? No? Just me? Well, in today's 5-minute devotional, John is going to challenge us on what do we love? What do we really want? And is it something that's going to disappoint, or is it something that's going to last forever? So, we're in 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 17. And he says this, "Do not love this world, nor the things it offers you. For when you love the world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. For the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but are from this world. And the world is fading away, along with everything that people crave. But anyone who does what pleases God will live forever." So he starts out talking about this world. And I want you guys to know that God made the world, and there's lots of good stuff in it, and not everything that's physical is bad. That's not what he's saying here. He's saying more the system of this world, the way that people think, the way that the world is in its fallen nature. So he's like, so what do you want? What do you love? And he warns us against three different categories of things that aren't going to last forever and that are ultimately going to disappoint. And the first one is physical pleasure. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. I think you can imagine different things that go in the category of physical pleasure. But the question is, how much are you longing for that? Not that physical pleasure in itself is bad, like the world, but is it your ultimate goal? That's one of the things. Another one, craving for everything we see. Well, we see a lot of stuff. Like out in the world, you see other people with cool clothes, maybe cool cars, cool houses. I don't know what you want. There's a lot of stuff that we could be looking at that we could desire. And, the internet's great for this too. And I'm going to come back to that in a second. So, is that something that we love, that we really want, the stuff that we see, just physical stuff that we would like to have? And the third category is the pride of our achievements and possessions. Oh, is it all about me and how great I am and the stuff that I have? Is that what I really love and would love to have get bigger? So in all of these things, John is saying they're fading away. They don't last. Physical pleasure, the stuff that we see that we want, and our pride about ourselves and our stuff and our status. Those things don't last. So they're ultimately going to disappoint. So what this reminds me of is, I've never done this, but there's all sorts of scammy places you can get things on the internet, like maybe Wish or whatever, and it looks really good on the picture, and it's way cheaper than you'd think it would be. Wow, those are AirPods for $2. I think I'll order them, and they come and they're one or half of one, and they don't work. John is kind of obviously he's not using an internet analogy, but if he could, I think he might say all of these things, the stuff that you crave that's of this world, that's passing away, it's ultimately going to disappoint because it's not going to last. It's not going to last forever. It's going to break. Okay? So what he wants us to focus on is anyone who does what pleases God will live forever, is how he ends this. So what pleases God? What is going to last forever? So we know from Jesus the two great commandments. Love God with everything that you have, and love your neighbor as yourself. So that's just one place to start, but it's a really great place to start to be thinking about what can I love that's not going to disappoint, that's not going to be the thing that I'm really excited about, that's just not going to last. So I encourage you guys to focus on those things that last, God and other people. We'll see ya.